What's up, everybody? Welcome to Best Massage Tech, where today I'm taking a look at the Hypervolt Go 2. So about a year ago, Hyperice introduced us to their smallest, most portable massage gun, the Hypervolt Go. And this week they did announce the Hypervolt Go 2. Now they made this announcement with not much fanfare. They just sort of rolled the product out and they haven't really highlighted what the differences are between the Hypervolt Go and the Hypervolt Go 2. So today I am really excited to take a look at this device. Excited to take a look at what comes with the device out of the box. What are the specifications and features? Maybe I can figure out what's different from the Hypervolt Go to the Hypervolt Go 2. And then I'll end by taking a look at the device itself and using it and just providing my final thoughts on the device. So without further ado, let's start by taking a look what comes with the device out of the box. So out of the box, which does look like this, you don't really get a whole lot with the Hypervolt Go 2. It's really the same things that came with the Hypervolt Go, but the first thing you notice when you do open the box is the device itself, which looks like this. The most obvious thing to me, or the most notable thing, is that it is a brand new color. All their other massage guns previously have been black or gray. They're calling this Arctic gray. It's just a really, really light gray or sort of an off-white color. The device itself has a little bit of an angle on it, similar to the Hypervolt Go. You have the Hyperice branding on both sides of it. On the top, you've got some vented holes where the motor is. The whole device has sort of a nice matte plastic smooth feel. The handle does have a rubberized grip. On the back side of it, you have the power button with a few lights that are going to indicate the speeds. On the bottom of the handle, you have a light up ring here. This is going to indicate the battery level. And then the bottom, you do have a charging port. Now, they do recommend that you fully charge this out of the box. In order to do so, it does come with a charging cord. This is what that looks like. You've got little Hyperice branding on it here. This is a removable wall socket. So in order to remove this, you can just press and twist, and then it will lock in. You can take that out. So you do have the US wall outlet. If you're buying in the US, that is what it comes with. It does come with a couple other attachments though as well. So you have an Australian, a UK, and a European attachment head. Those can all easily be swapped into this. Again, you want to make sure you fully charge the device before first use. For mine, it only took about an hour to fully charge it. In order to tell if it is fully charged, I will just go ahead and turn it on here just to show that. You will know that it's fully charged because the ring on the bottom will light up in green. So for me, it took about an hour. The instructions did say to charge it for about 4 hours to get to that green point, but for me, it just took that hour. The next thing that you get out of the box is this little sort of envelope. It says Hypervolt Go 2 on it. Inside of that, you got a couple different things. You got just a quick start guide, a quick instruction manual, and then you get two stickers. You get a Hyperice sticker in black and then a Hyperice sticker in white. And then the last thing, it does come with two different attachment heads. So it comes with a flat head attachment and a bullet head attachment. Both of these attachments are a hard plastic. In order to insert the attachments in, you just give them a press in. Now these attachments are the same attachments as the Hypervolt Go. They're the same as any of the other Hypervolts, the Hypervolt Pro, any of the predecessors. So any Hyperice attachments that you have from their massage guns will work with these. So even though it comes with two only, you can use some of those other attachments. Now the device does not come with a case, so you're really just left with the box to keep everything in. There's no sort of carry pouch or anything like that. The stroke length on this, I measured to be 10 millimeters, so it's very similar to their full-size devices. If you're not familiar with stroke length, that is going to be the distance that this massage head actually moves back and forth. Now the stall force on this, I've tested this a few different times. I can't find it anywhere advertised what the stall force actually is, but I'm going to estimate just on my knowledge of about the 40 to 50 massage guns that I have reviewed on this channel that the stall force on this is going to be right around 10 pounds. Again, that's going to be the same as the predecessor, the Hypervolt Go. I will go ahead and show that right now. Again, in order to turn this device on, you just press and hold the power button on the back here. Press and hold it for 2 seconds. The ring will light up on the bottom. That's how you know it's on. And then you just go ahead and press this button again to activate the speeds. Now this is a 3-speed device, so I'm just going to go ahead and show the stall force on each speed here. So this is the first speed, and it is relatively easy to stall here. Again, you're going to mostly just be floating over your tissues when you're using something like this, so you might not necessarily be someone that is going to stall it, but I just want to show that even on my arm here, I can stall it pretty easily. Go to the next speed here, and again, it does have some lights that are indicating the speeds on the side here. So this is the second speed. Again, relatively easy to stall. Just show it here. Now with this 10 millimeter stroke length on it, For me personally, it just feels a little bit more vibrational. I'm someone that does like a longer stroke length, but this is very similar to their other devices in terms of stroke length. So just there's the stall force there again. And then lastly, we'll go up to the highest speed here, and we'll just show that stall force as well. So again, I'm estimating this to be somewhere around 10 pounds. It's not super high. If you are planning to use this on some larger muscle groups and really dig in, not necessarily going to be the device for that. To go through the speeds, again, I'll just show those. The first speed on this is going to be 2,200 percussions per minute, and I accidentally just turned the device off. So first speed here is 2,200 percussions per minute. Next speed is going to be 2,750 percussions per minute. And then the third speed will be 3,200 percussions per minute. In terms of noise, I'll hold this by my mic here. You get a sense of that. I measured it to be between 55 and 65 decibels, so relatively on par with their other devices in terms of noise. I think it's definitely quieter than the Hypervolt Go, its predecessor. There was some issues in both of them that I reviewed with some plastic that was catching along the neck of the massage gun here, so definitely seems like they fixed that. It is not a Bluetooth compatible device, so you're not going to be able to use the Hyperice app to control the device in any way. You can still use the Hyperice app and follow along with the routines. You just can't control the device at all with that. It's not adjustable in any sense, so it is fixed at this angle. The battery is not removable. They do say that the battery life on here is going to last 3 hours. The motor inside this is a 40-watt motor, so that battery life is always going to depend on how long you're using it for, what amount of pressure you're applying against, what speed you're using it on, but they do estimate that that life is going to be around 3 hours, which is a little bit longer than the Hypervolt Go. I think the Hypervolt Go is 2.5 hours. The weight of this is 1.5 pounds, so they advertise that to be the same as the Hypervolt Go. It's actually slightly heavier than the Hypervolt Go. When I put it on my food scale, it's just about 1.5 ounces heavier. The price of this is currently $200, so it is more expensive than the Hypervolt Go currently, so you can still find the Hypervolt Go, but I do believe when the Hypervolt Go was released, it was right around that same price. It does come with a 1-year warranty. If I were to offer just some of my thoughts after using this for a little bit, I think the things that I really like about it are that it does still have the same stroke length, so even though it is a smaller device, they've been able to maintain that 10mm stroke length, which is nice. I do like the slight little angle on it. It just makes it a little bit more convenient. It does make it more difficult if you're trying to reach your back. The handle on this is just a little bit shorter, so a little bit nicer to grip. I do really like that their attachments are all universal, so if you have any of the previous devices, you can still use all their attachments. I think that's a huge plus. A lot of other smaller massage guns that I've taken a look at, they've got just completely different attachment heads on it, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. I think the Theraguns are all similar to that, but some of the other devices that I've reviewed, the Ekrin, the Jaku, they all have separate attachments for their mini device. So big positive there that you can still use those same attachment heads here. Some things that I think they could maybe improve, or just that I wish that we're a little better with. It is a little bit heavier than the Hypervolt Go, and it just seems a little heavy for the size. Seems like it should be a little bit lighter than 1.5 pounds. I do wish the stall force was higher, just because this is quite a bit bigger than a lot of other massage guns. It does have a lower stall force than several devices that I've reviewed that are actually smaller than this, so a little bit disappointing there. I wish it had a case. I say this with every Hypervolt, but huge miss. Just Hyperice, please, one of these days, please just give us the case. We're paying $200. Can't cost you that much to include the case, so we don't have to carry around all this stuff in separate pouches and cases that we have to find on our own. Just give us a case. And then lastly, I do think the handle is just a little bit big. It does take a full grip around it. Because it's a smaller device, you think they could have that narrower handle, just make it a little bit more convenient, especially those of you that have smaller hands. I think you'll find that this is a little bit big for the size of the device, but overall, I love the color. I think it's really cool looking. I've been waiting a long while to see more white devices. It seemed like a lot of companies were trying to avoid white devices because they would get dirty, but really, you're not going to be taking these anywhere that it should be getting super dirty, and they're always really easy to wipe down. So I love the look of the white device, similar to the Theragun Elite. I love the white Theragun Elite. I wish we see more devices like that, but definitely stands out, obviously, among a sea of black massage guns, a little more visually appealing to the eye. But if you guys have specific questions about the Hypervolt Go 2, go ahead, drop in the comments down below. As always, I will do my best. I am going to also upload another video here where I'm actually going to compare the Hypervolt Go to the Hypervolt Go 2. So if you're curious about a side-by-side comparison, make sure you stay tuned to my other videos because I will have that up soon. Otherwise, I always appreciate those of you that consider subscribing to the channel. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that notification bell so you always know when I upload new videos. Otherwise, that is the Hypervolt Go 2. That's a review. Enjoy your recovery.